All right, how are we doing, everyone? Thought we'd have a little more fun today. I know it's a little windy and cold out, but we got some good news. Going to be talking about it here in just a little bit, but we're going to be serving cocktails to go, which is pretty neat, as well as a selection of our bourbons, anything like that from our entire bourbon selection. You can basically get some shots to go with your order. How fun is that? Oh, here comes Celeste. She's going through the motions here.
I'm getting a beer for some people.
So, I thought it would be really fun to make a cocktail to kind of share with you. That's something that's really old school. It's quite simple to make. Kind of goes with today's weather. It's pretty cold and windy out, at least in this area, wherever you're watching. And pretty much anyone can make it. Most people should have it's just 3 ingredients at their house, so it should be easy to do. And this one's called the Gold Rush. It's a really old school cocktail. Manhattans are great. Old Fashions are great. Those are probably the most popular whiskey drinks that we sell here when we're normally open. This one most people haven't heard of, which is a shame because it's delicious. It's really easy. The ingredients that go with it is just honey syrup, which is very easy to make. You just make just hot water and honey, 50-50. That's it. Mix it together, and it just keeps it from just staying solid when you're trying to mix it. Just allows it to mix in with your cocktail. So just make a little honey syrup. Any kind of honey will do. 50-50. Fresh squeezed lemon juice. None of that plastic stuff. A real lemon. There's no shortage of lemons in the country. Go get a real lemon. And a bottle of bourbon or rye. And some sort of whiskey. I wouldn't do scotch. The smokiness would be kind of strange with it. If you have the choice, I would not do something really elegant as far as bourbon-wise. I would get something with a little bit of a backbone and some higher proof, because the honey notes, it's very round, it's very, kind of luscious as honey is. So I would do a bottled and bond bourbon, or just a high proof, or something with a little bit of rye in it with some spicy notes, something like that. Bottled and bond is one of my favorite style of bourbon because it's real. Act of Congress back in, I think it's late 1800s. It has to be aged 4 years in barrels, distilled by the actual producer, barreled by the producer. All the barrels have to be kept by them for 4 years, and then bottled at exactly 100 proof. Nothing can be added to it whatsoever. So if it says bottled and bond, it is the real deal. They're not buying barrels from someone else and blending it themselves. It's all them, start to finish. And this is a really cool product from Old Forester. It's their 1897. They make a whole range of kind of vintage series, kind of based on that little time period. They have a 1921, which is called Prohibition style. That one you really need to mix with stuff because it's really spicy. Anyways, side note. So pretty fun. And the ingredients. This is the recipe. It's not a secret. It's just 1 shot. You can do a heavy shot, maybe 2 ounces of this, and then a ½ ounce of the lemon and ½ ounce of your honey syrup. That is it. One quick trick is I would always mix everything cheapest first, just in case you mess up the ratios. You can just toss that out, start over. You're not throwing away any, obviously I don't think you're going to use super expensive bourbon for this, but, there's no point in throwing that away. Or trying to fix the ratios later. It's easier just to start right. So I'm going to do this in real time, really easy. No shame in just measuring. It's a ½ ounce of this honey syrup and ½ ounce of the fresh squeezed lemon. And we're going to do a full 2 ounces. What a great sound. Of that Old Forester Bottled and Bond, 1997. And this is where you can't be lazy. Put some ice in there. You're going to want to stir this guy. The reason I would say that, the honey is already kind of mixed together with water, with hot water, so it's not going to coagulate or anything. The only reason you would shake a cocktail is to absolutely obliterate the flavors together to make sure they're super integrated. All you're really going to do is dilute it really fast. Like, I would never shake vigorously a gin martini. You're just going to make it taste really bland and boring. So, Cosmos, things with citrus and milk and dairy, you're going to want to shake those. But most other cocktails, shaking is all you really need to do. So, it's fun to shake, but I'm going to use a big ice cube for this. If you have it at home, fun. If not, no worries. Any ice will do. Andy Gale bought me some really nice little skull ice cubes. They're pretty fun, so shout out to Andy. And I would just strain that over ice. And there you go. It is ready to go. Super fun. Called the Gold Rush for obvious reasons. Kind of a nice little pale gold color there. It's really delicious. It's great for a cool evening, something like that. Get things started. And otherwise, I wanted to show you around the bar here because we voted a great bourbon bar of the world, I guess. But anyways, we have a really good bourbon selection. So all these are going to be available starting today. If you need a shot of something, great scotches, great Islay stuff, some great Japanese whiskeys. We have most of them. Peerless, Georgia T. Stagg, the Weller Full Proof. That's great. We actually have some Blantons, everyone. So, it's been hard to get my hands on that these days. So enjoy that. You got some Kentucky Owl back there. All the different kinds of Angels Envy. Some great Virginia stuff. Oh my goodness. Old Cavalier. They're buying the barrels, but this is made down and finished up in Virginia Beach area. That's delicious. They also make a high rye bourbon that's just Tarnished Truth. It's just terrific. And the other Old Forester series here. So these are really fun. There's a lot of some really great gins as well. We just got some E.H. Taylor in. We were one of the little contests for that. Rabbit Hole. Finally got some Henry McKenna back. One of my favorite things in the world. Super easy to drink, and I know it's a little bit of an old school thing, but more people are discovering that Four Roses small batch is delicious, and it is. And that's about all I got, guys. So, like I said, look out for an email in the Facebook post tomorrow. We're going to be sending out little cocktail options that will be able to go in cups with the mixers and everything separate. So all you have to do is just put together on ice or whatever the cocktail may be when you get home. And that should be it. So that's really fun. I'm glad Virginia did that. I don't think it's going to last forever, so let's take advantage of it while we can. Oh. We should. Tessa just asked about our granola that we have here. I think we should. Sharing the recipe, I think that'd be really fun. Maybe we can do a little live post about kind of how to make that and stuff like that. It's not that bad. A little time consuming, but most of the ingredients are pretty easy. And that should be it. Well, I'm going to sip on this delicious thing because, yeah, it's pretty great. Yep, I can go about 3 more of those, but I have some work to do. Anyways, I hope everybody's staying safe, and thank you very much for the patronage for everybody that is supporting us during this time. And we hope to see everybody soon. We're kind of sold out for Easter. We are still open for regular takeout during Easter Day, but all the pre-Easter dinners we are completely just super full with. So sadly we're sold out, which is good, but also bad if anybody else wants any more. And hope everybody has a great Easter weekend. God bless, stay safe, and we will see everybody soon. Thanks, bye.